Is my Fund of Futures starter account better than the old one? And should you buy it? We're going to talk about that in this video. For those of you that are new here, my name is Forrest. I invest in stuff. I'm a day trader and I do all types of other cool things as well. We're going to jump right into it and break it down. But real quick, if you're looking for a day trading community, I have one. It is called Trade Edge. I partner with a buddy of mine named Soul. We day trade live every single day. There's a link down below in the description of this video. It is wap.com/tradeedge. If you're looking for a prop account, I cannot recommend my funded futures enough. They are a great firm. There's a link down below. Also have links to Apex as well as Purdia down below in this video. You can use those links to get the best deal at all times. This new starter account, I'm pretty hyped about it. I love watching this industry change and develop. I've been trading my own account, right, real money, for years now. And this starter account is one of the best ways to get to a live account, real funds. And I think that's one of the key differences that My Fund and Futures is really implementing here. And we can see how they, as a company, are really forcing and changing the game in the prop firm industry, right? Their competitors, really all of them, seem to be reacting to this as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at the infographic that they've shared, sharing all of the account details, and we can juxtapose that against some of the other bigger options. We'll just use Apex as an example, right? Because I have them as a link. But of course, I'm not going to compare it to every single other prop firm out there, guys. You can make your own choices. All right. The other big one that people always bring up in my comment section is Top Step, right? Top Step also has end of day drawdown, daily loss limits, things like that. So make your own choices. The best prop firm is the one that you get paid from. And I actually did an entire video on how I feel about prop firms as an entire category. And basically, I think that until you have some practice under your belt, you probably should just be trading your own small account first, okay? And I say that because you'll just be wasting money. Now, you ultimately can make your own decision. I do think that this starter account that I'm about to go into is a new middle ground. So I might amend that statement just a tad because this starter account lets you get to a live account. And I think that's important, okay? So you start with this eval prop account, and then you get to a live account. But I think live account trading should be everybody's goal, right? It doesn't matter if you're trading with My Fund of Futures, Apex, Top Step, Purdy, Flim Flam, or Big Trade, Wimbop. Okay, these firm names are getting ridiculous. You should use that money and put it into your own account because trading your own account is the only way that you're going to grow your capital stack for real. Be able to trade, more than the list of tickers, right? Every prop firm has an allowed list of symbols, right, of whatever it is, whether you're trading Forex, futures, if you want to get into options trading and things like that, you absolutely have to trade your own account. So let's take a look at what they're offering and what that could mean for you as a brand new trader. All right, so we're on their website. Their website is myfundedfutures.com. You can take a look at this yourself while you follow along in this video. There's two primary account categories. So I have reviewed the expert accounts before. I have another video on my channel. You can go check that out if you want to understand kind of the expert account. The big differences here really are in the valuation stage and a little bit on the payout side. We're going to focus really just on the starter here. The starter is geared towards newer traders. Okay, so I want to call that out. If you're somebody who's not new and you're like, well, I know what to get. It's not just all about cost. First and foremost, I know people let's just use Apex, right? I talk a lot about them. I trade with them, right? I just requested another payout, got paid, right? Did 2 back-to-back payouts. Actually, it's been a good month for me. People love them because of the price, okay? You pay for what you get in life, guys. Not just in prop trading. You pay for what you get in cars. You pay for what you get in your house. I see My Fund and Futures as a really high quality prop firm, okay? So they're never going to get down to the price. I didn't say value, but the price of Apex. And we'll see that, some of their back end, their back end is far and above better than Apex. It just is. And I say that as somebody who trades Apex as well. So I'm putting that out there because there's a lot of people who are picking teams and choosing side in this space, which I think is ridiculous. I'm a day trader, okay? I day trade my own account is my primary priority, and helping people learn how to trade is my second priority, okay? Prop firms are a great tool, and I think that My Fund and Futures is a high value, high quality tool in this space, right? Again, you pay for what you get. Starter, cheaper than the expert. So the $50,000 account, again, with these accounts, guys, it's not a $50,000 account. I want to call that out. That's the label, okay? But really what you're getting is 3 contracts and your trailing max drawdown is $2,500, okay? So you have a $2,500 account of which you can lose $1,200 at most in a day before they close your account for the day. And this mechanism, right, the combination of this mechanism I think is really cool for people in starter. You notice that this does not exist in the expert. So if you're someone and your immediate gut reaction to that is, why is there a daily loss limit? This is BS. It's probably not for you. Okay, you can go to the expert account. You have more leverage, much more leeway, bigger profit targets. But again, everything goes together. There's always a trade-off. You're not going to get freebies. You're not going to get an account where you can do whatever you want with absolutely no rules. You know, if you want to do that, go put your own money in a real account and you can do whatever you want, lose your own money that way. Okay, so you've got 3 contracts, a $3,000 profit target, daily loss limit is $1,200, so you can't fail all at once, which is cool. And you have a trailing max drawdown. I just said this and I know I'm going to say it again. This is really important because a lot of people get into a cycle of blowups, and psychology is really important in trading. I think it's one of the things that causes people to end up burning through and churning through a lot of accounts very, very quickly, especially when you compare it to firms that let you get tons of multiple accounts. Right now you're blowing up all these accounts at once and you're draining your bank account. You literally cannot fail this account in one day, right? Which can be a big psychological barrier and, you know, the safety net that you need as a new trader to make sure that you stay on your game. It is still end of day drawdown. So it says trailing, but this is really end of day trailing. So what does that mean? Let's just assume you get the account right now. It's going to say $50,000. You make $500 your first day. You have a really good day. Okay. So you have $2,500 left of your profit target out of the 3,000. At the end of the day, okay, your trailing is going to be based off of $50,500 because you started at 50,000, you made 500, and went to 50,500. So you subtract $2,500 from 50,500. For those of you who are bad at math, that's $48,000. Okay, it adjusts at the end of the day, which means intraday, you don't have to worry about not being able to hold big trades. And I think this is one of my favorite things about end of day drawdown and why it's the best drawdown type by far, you know, outside of just, you know, no drawdown. But if you want to go for 100-point trades, these big trades that have, you know, maybe 30 or 40 points of drawdown, if you have an intraday trailing drawdown that follows your P&L, it's really tough to hold those trades because now you're always thinking like, wow, I'm in a winning position, but now I have to cut my winner because they're going to make me take profit, even though, you know, a 100-point trade is going to have 30, 40 points of pullback. Like it will. So really, really cool in that regard. Doesn't adjust till end of day. The other really key component here, look at the difference between the reset fee and the price. Okay. So you're not paying full price once you blow up. This is cool. So you have an account, you can get back in. If you do fail, you can start over at an automatic discount. Okay. So instead of just, you know, resetting the account full price, which a lot of firms do, you know, without a sale, you automatically have a discount when you reset your account. Super cool. Scaling rule, right? So you can scale, micro scaling. Let's see what this says here. So access up to 30 micros. Max exposure limit of 3 minis still applies. Micros weighted at 1/10 of a mini. Okay, so nothing too crazy there, honestly. All right, so how does the consistency rule work? You pass the account, all right, and now you're thinking about, dang, how much money can I make? So in your first payout period, let's imagine that you have a total amount of profit of $10,000. You have a really good window. One of those days, though, you made $5,000. Now, 5,000 is half of 10,000. So over half of your profits in that window came from one day. So you cannot withdraw those funds. This makes sense because if you actually looked at your P&L and your trading behavior, it's probably super wonky. And it probably means that your risk size is all over the place. You're not really approaching the market in a reasonable way. They're not even saying you can't do that. They're just saying really that the way that this rule works is that you just need to increase your P&L a little bit more, right? So you just need to add more profit to where 5,000 is less than 40% of your total profit. So even if you are trading pretty crazy, this is pretty loose compared to other consistency rules, right? I've seen firms where it's like, you know, your smallest day can't be less than 23% of your total profits, which really sucks, right? So honestly, all in, I don't really, the only thing I don't like personally is the daily loss limit. But again, you don't have to, there's an option for me, okay? I wouldn't necessarily go down this route, but I think this is a great path, especially when you look at, you know, how easy it is otherwise, right? This honestly is a great account overall. And I would put this above, even with this daily loss limit here, given the fact that the profit target is pretty reasonable. It's end of day drawdown, which is the best type of drawdown, and the reset fee is better, cheaper, and it's only $80 a month, right, to get your foot in the door. I would say this is one of the best accounts that just in the industry out of the gate. So check mark, low profit targets. I agree with that. Weekly payouts possible, awesome. That's a big one. So being able to get paid out weekly is big. There's no consistency rule on the challenge stage. We cover that. 24/7 support. Their support is good. You can pass in the same day, which, well, I guess, Apex usually has a sale for that. So this is nice. You can just pass, get it out the way, and immediately start focusing on trading for real. Cheaper upfront cost and scaling plan only in the funded stage. So that is the 50K account. Let's go look at the 100K starter. Profit target goes up to 6,000. You now have 6 contracts, which is a ton of leverage. It's more than enough, honestly. If you take your time, guys, you don't need a full leverage on this. Okay, there's more than enough opportunity trading. At least I trade the indices. Okay, ES and NQ. If you max lever, you might blow up, but if you trade like one contract, you can hit this profit target just fine. Daily loss limit is now $2,400. Trailing max drawdown $3,500. If you lose $2,400 in a day and you're trading, one contract, that's a lot. That's a lot of consecutive losses, and which at that point you're just not trading well. You're only going to hit this if you are, trading high leverage. And if I compare this to the 50K account, right, there's a pretty good argument to do the 100K account, just because if you want to trade one contract at least, right, one contract, $1,200, you could, if you're going for big hits, burn into this daily loss limit. You're going to do it a lot faster, obviously, because the number's lower. But, if you're willing to pay $80 a month, you might be willing to pay $150. Beyond that, everything else is kind of the same. Reset fee. The reset fee versus, price value is a lot better than the 50K. I will say that. It's a pretty steep discount there. So 50 out of 80 is worse than 70 out of 150. So this is less than half of the price versus the 50K. Let's look at the 150K. Okay, so profit target is now $9,000. You get 9 contracts, which is a ton of leverage. Daily loss limit is $3,600. There's no way you're hitting that if you're trading small. Trailing max drawdown $5,000. Reset fee is $100. Again, less than half of this. So on a value basis, the more expensive one is better. Of course, I'm sure they did that on purpose, guys. They are a business after all, and I'll never discredit a business for doing that, which is crazy. This is going to be a total tangent. A lot of you guys get mad at me. I don't think it's anger. I think it's like a mindset thing where it's like, because I have affiliate links or like other affiliates on YouTube, like you guys, you can be an affiliate. It's really easy to be an affiliate, right? Go to your dashboard and where it says affiliate for whatever firm you use and put it on your social media, share it with your friends, share it with your family. Like there's not a special situation that exists on the back end. And I think that's a lot of where this misinformation comes from. Like you guys think that creators and stuff are like some special position. I built this channel, brick by brick, video by video, and I just have my links there. And I'm pretty honest and straightforward about how I feel about these firms as well. But I'm never, ever, ever going to feel bad for making money through a value exchange of providing information. And I think it's weird to get upset about that. And, if you don't like the prices of things, or you don't like the way that a business does business, then you don't have to do business with them. Just a little tangent. That's something that's been sitting. It bugs me when people come into an entrepreneurial space, which trading is, right? It's a skill, but you're trying to make money. You're probably trying to make a lot of money and then get mad at people who make money. It's like, and there's only one category of people who do that as well. And those people, are losers. Honestly, they don't win. I don't mean losers and like, I just mean like they literally lose. Like they do not win at trading or anything else. Nonetheless, 150K account, best value, very clearly just in terms of the reset price, $9,000 profit target. If we actually took a look at the chart, let's assume, we don't have to look at the chart for this, right? If you did a modest $500 a day, okay, it's going to take you, you just do 9 times 2, basically, which is going to take you 18 days. There's 20 trading days in a month, usually, okay? So you could take your time and hit this. You could lever up some days, hit this. This gives you a ton of flexibility, though. Your daily loss limit is $3,600. So again, unless you're really levering, it's going to be hard to hit that in a day. If you do lever up with 9 contracts, you'll hit it very quickly, maybe even in one trade. Trailing max drawdown, $5,000. Again, though, you can't fail in one day, which is cool. So even on this, it's a serious investment at $220 a month. I get that. So be smart, guys. I think you can't go wrong. And I'm going to go back to the 50K account. A lot of you guys are on a budget. Totally get that. You know, you're using this again as a path to getting a live account, which is, you know, makes a lot of sense. Let's see what happens if I choose plan. Oh, it doesn't give me more information there. Yeah, let's not show this screen. Let's just go back. So a lot of you guys are using this as your path to a live account. And I think it's cool that after this, they put you in a live account. Let me see if I can find this graphic. All right, so this is a full graphic that they provided. Have this brought up on your screen for you here. And you can see here that you go into live funding. Once you pass, okay, you pass the eval, you go sim funding, get into live funding. There's no activation fee, which is cool. So we talk about cost, even with the 50K account. Okay, there's no activation fee. And you get this live funding, again, which is the goal, should be everybody's goal. And you can see here, the stipulation here is eligible after 30 winning days or $6,000 in payouts. So you get your sim funded after you pass, after you get, you know, after 30 winning days or $6,000 in payouts, you can get to live funding, which is super cool. In a live funding account, you can do whatever you want. Okay, it's just like a regular old account. It's $2,500 a drawdown in the 50K, and the 100K, you get a $3,500 account, and the 150K, you get a $5,000 account. Okay, obviously you will have made money on the way there. Literally the threshold for this is winning, right? So your award for winning is getting a real account to trade, which is different from a lot of different prop firms. A lot of prop firms never put you in a real account. They say that they will. We hear very little about it. Okay, we don't have to go down that rabbit hole. It is what it is. Again, prop firms are tools that we should use to pay ourselves, you know, however we see fit. But I do really, really like this, right? I would say that this is a standout, in my opinion, because I think that live trading is what everybody should focus on and implementing those strategies. And this actually lets you achieve that for $80 all in. $80 in, okay, with some sweat equity. Okay, you put $80 in, now you get $2,500. You'll have made $6,000, you know, on the way there, and then you have a $2,500 account. I mean, it's hard to beat that, guys. I can't say enough how awesome it is that they're offering this. And I think it's a cool change in the industry. That's really it for this video. Again, I think the prop space is going to keep changing. We're going to see a lot of different changes around in the industry. I would say try to stay above all of the drama and stuff like that. It certainly can be entertaining, some of it. I personally don't watch any of the like people send me stuff and like at most I can get through 30 seconds of stuff. And it's not because like I think I'm better than anybody from like a trading perspective, guys. I just try to protect my mind from like a positivity standpoint, which I get sounds super cliche, stuff like that, but I do it. Okay, so stay above the drama, you know, unless there's evidence and proof for things that you're hearing in comment sections and discords and stuff like that. Just ignore it, right? Unless something is happening to you personally or there's official announcements, just ignore it, okay? Competition between the firms is the competition between the firms. Ultimately, if you're focused on funding your own account, none of it matters, all right? Literally none of it matters if you're trading your own account, all right? These guys are out there to make money, right? And everything that they're doing is to make money. And that could be beneficial to us because we want to make money. And so there are firms, I think My Fund and Futures is a great example of a firm where there can be a mutual business transaction, right? Very high quality backend, things like that. And honestly, they're probably, not even probably, of the firms that I've traded with, really, really simple system. Payouts instantly, okay? Hits your RiseWorks account as soon as you request it out of Rise, hits your bank account same day. Super cool. Like, I'm just gonna throw it out there. Not everybody pays out that fast. So yeah, I mean, that's it. Discord home, click the link below, subscribe to the channel. We're almost at 11K, which is nuts. Got building out a new YouTube studio actually. So there's space here in Miami. Gonna have a dope set, similar vibes to this, but we're gonna upgrade a little bit, gonna have multiple sets. So that'll be exciting, investing a lot of money and time into that. Yeah, just more stuff coming. Gonna start another channel, I think, around finance and stuff. Might start tech stuff. So a lot of really cool stuff coming from your boy, Forrest. See you in the next video.